Hello everyone, this is part 5 of Unit 5 UGC NET GRF Forensic Science. In this part, we will discuss about tool marks, their meaning, types and examination, restoration of erased marking on metal surfaces. Tool and tool mark. So when there is a physical contact between two objects with force, pressure, the one leaving the impression on other will be the tool and the mark left is tool mark. Types of tool marks: compression marks, when tool strikes the surface by pressure. So they will leave the negative impression of the tool on the object. Example, hammer impression. Striating or sliding or scraped marks. So when the tool slides over or scrapes the surface in case of Bredsaw or RE. Combination of compression and striated marks, and then repetitive marks when tool strikes the surface n number of times. Other tool marks, extrusion or draw marks, these are the striations occurring on an object because of being forced. These are commonly found on wire when we pinch the wire with the pliers, or these are the, and scrape it off. Another marks are fracture marks. These marks are due to when one single entity is uh, broken into two or more objects. So when we combine these two or more objects, it will conclude whether the objects are of that particular entity or not. Gripping tool marks are obtained by the tools of opposing jaws such as pipe wrench, pliers, etc. Impressed tool marks, in which the uh, tool is applied on an object with force but without motion. So its negative surface or negative marking will be there on the tool mark. Pinching tool, a tool with a pinching tool mark is obtained by a tool with sharpened opposing jaws which cut with a pinching action, such as pair of bolt cutters. Prying tool, any instrument which can be used to force upon a locked door or cover by a leverage applied to that door or cover at one of its edges. So prying tool marks for locked doors. Shear cutting tool, opposed jaw cutters whose cutting blades are offset to pass by each other, as in the case of scissors. The features of tool marks, class characteristics will be seen in tool of one type, for example, hammer. Subclass characteristic, tools of one type manufacturers on the same machine. So the hammers produced by same process or same machine. So they will be considered as having subclass characteristics. Individual characteristics are due to the wear and tear. So with a tool having thick edge tool marks, the pattern of striation changes with the angle of the tilt. The separation between striation of striated tool marks caused by a sharp-edged cutting tool changed with the angle of progression. As in the case of RE, when the angle will change, the distance between its tooth will also be changed in the tool mark obtained by it. Collection of tool marks can be done by photography, tracing, casting, casting using plastic, rubber, POP, etc. The variation of 10° in tool angle may cause a significant influence on the tool mark. So, to match the question and the standard tool mark, the angle of the tool is very important, the angle at which it is hit. Woods metal is used for casting of tool mark. Woods metal is a mixture of 50% bismuth, 25 lead, 12.5 tin and 12.5 cadmium, and it melts at a temperature of 158 Fahrenheit or 70 degrees Celsius. Woods metal is also known as Lipowitz alloy. Vanillite is also used in the same thing, the casting of tool marks, in which vinyl resin is used. It is desirable to use the same material for test impression as that of the tool mark to get better identification. Examination of tool marks, it can be done using stereo microscope and comparison microscope. In comparison microscope, evidence striation and test striation in juxtaposition, juxta means side positions, were examined by optical means. So, on the left side there will be test, on the right side there will be the standard, or vice versa. Striograph is a type of measuring, tracing and recording device that is used for the analysis of microsurfaces or microscopic irregularities that are present on the smooth surface. So striograph is used to examine the tool marks. Types of obliterated marks. First is cast mark. These are generally raised above the surface of the metal. So if the cast marks are erased, it is not possible to restore them as they are above the surface. Engraved marks, there are two types of engraved marks. Uh, can be by chisel and another ones can be made by electric engraver. If these are obliterated, these can be restored providing the erasure is not too deep. So engraved marks are present in the depth. Punched marks, these are obtained by striking the metal surface with a die bearing the marks in reliefs. So a die bearing the marks will be struck upon the metal surface and then forcibly hammered into the metal, and this process will cause disturbance in the metal surface. Erased punched marks can be restored as there will be a disturbance in various layers of the metal, providing the filling is not that deep, the filing is not that deep, the erasure is not that deep. Restoration of obliterated marks. So before the restoration procedure, the metal surface will be must be cleaned with suitable solvent and is photographed. The surface is then heated and cooled. The reagent is applied using cotton. So what are the various reagents used? For cast iron and cast steel, 10% sulfuric acid and potassium dichromate solution are used. For stainless steel, 10% HCl in alcohol is used. For wrought, drawn and forged iron and steel, there will be two solutions. First is concentrated HCl 80 ml, 60 ml water, 12.9 gram cupric chloride and 50 ml alcohol. Reagent 2 is 15% nitric acid. For aluminium, there is Villela's reagent, which consists of 30 ml glycerine, 20 ml hydrofluoric acid, 10 ml nitric acid, or 10%. Other than Villela's reagent for aluminium, 10% sodium hydroxide solution can also be used. For copper, brass and other copper alloys, 19 gram ferric chloride, 6 ml HCl in 100 ml of water. This is used as the reagent. Stamped serial numbers on barrel can be restored by copper chloride reagents such as Pry reagent, which consists of 90 gram copper chloride, 120 ml hydrochloric acid and 100 ml water. Turner's reagent 2.5 gram copper chloride, 40 ml HCl, 25 ml ethanol and 30 ml water. Davis reagent 5 gram copper chloride, 50 ml HCl and 50 ml water. Thank you for watching. Stay tuned. For more such videos, like, share and subscribe my YouTube channel Vidhi Vigyan.